Hi everyone, so today I'm going to show you how to make June kombucha. It's a similar kind of kombucha to a regular kombucha. However, the scoby is trained to eat and to live off of honey instead of sugar. I bought the scoby like that. It was trained. I believe they have to train it several months and get it off of sugar and slowly introduce honey. So I have that ready. And now we're just waiting for the water to boil and prepare green tea. It's 10 cups of water to 5 bags of green tea, organic green tea. Or you can also use, if you use loose leaf tea, you can use five spoons of that to prepare the green tea, to brew the green tea. That's the first thing. I also want to mention that everything you're using, all the utensils, everything, all the glass jars and everything like that, you want to clean with vinegar, okay? Any type of white vinegar is fine, just to make sure there's no other stuff that's gonna get into your green tea, into your kombucha, because things that you don't want are gonna start growing in there. Remember, it's a fermented tea, so we don't want anything else fermenting in there but the tea with honey. And okay, the water is ready, so I'm just gonna take it off of the heat. Okay, and we're gonna brew green tea. I don't like to put my tea right into the boiling water, so I'm just gonna wait off of a little bit, so it's not as I don't want to say strong, but you're gonna taste. It's just gonna taste funny when you put it into the boiling water. So you just want to hold off a little bit for the temperature to just go down a little bit, and then you can prepare green tea with that. Actually, to make a green tea, the water is supposed to be at 175 degrees. Otherwise, it's not going to be as tasty as you want it to be. So. We can give it a try already. So again, I'm putting 5 bags of green tea in here, and we're just gonna steep it for about 2 minutes. You don't want to do it, you don't want to overdo it either. After we steep it for 2 minutes, we will cool down the tea, and then I will show you what to do next. Alright, so our tea is ready. It cooled down. Now that it cooled down, I can add honey to it. So I'm going to add half a cup of honey into those 10 cups of brewed green tea. I don't want to add honey to very hot boiling water because it's going to kill all the benefits of the honey. So I want to wait until it's a little cooler, not completely hot, because we want the honey to melt nicely in that tea. Okay, so we'll have to swivel it a few times and make sure that all the honey dissolves in the tea. I forgot to mention that June kombucha is a little softer when it comes to the fermented taste. My children prefer June kombucha to regular kombucha. When I first began making kombucha, I was making regular kombucha, and didn't really like the taste. It had a stronger smell, stronger taste. So once I read about June kombucha, I was like, let's give it a try. You know, it might be tastier, and it really is. And you can taste the honey. So if you do like honey, you don't taste the sweetness of the honey, but you taste that undertone that honey has. So make sure you also get good honey. Again, I mentioned it in my previous videos. We use raw honey, raw mountain honey, wild mountain honey, and That's the only honey you'll find in my house. We really like it. All right, so now we're ready to transfer the tea into our, oh, I still have vinegar in here. Let me get rid of it real quick. I was cleaning it with vinegar. So I'm gonna pour the tea in this container. It could be any container. It could be jars if you want to. Just making sure the jar is big enough to fit. It doesn't need to have a cover. We're not gonna cover it with a lid. We're just gonna cover it with either a paper towel or some kind of material, breathable material that you're not gonna kill off your scoby. It needs to breathe in order to ferment and work. So let's see if I can do it without spilling. That almost worked. I spilled some, but that's okay. Okay, and then, pretty cool. Again, you want to make sure that it's not going to be hot, so you don't boil your scoby. But I tasted it before, and it tasted fine. It wasn't too hot. So, what I'm gonna do now is I have a scoby. I think I actually have 2 in there. You can add all of it. You can pick just one layer of the scoby and add it in there with all the leftover kombucha, because when you get your scoby first, it will come surrounded by a very strong kombucha, almost like a vinegar. So you want to add that to your new batch. When you take it out and make another batch, make sure you don't take out just the scoby. Make sure you take out the scoby and some of the kombucha so it doesn't dry up when you have it, when you're waiting for your next kombucha to be made. So I'm gonna take one layer. Oh, it's actually one big layer in there. Okay. I'm gonna put it right in there, and I'm gonna add that little leftover kombucha that I had. Very, very strong vinegar smell to it. All right, and now I'm just gonna leave it just the way it is. I am not gonna stir it. I'm not gonna do anything with it. Honey's already there, so my scoby has food. Right now you can see it. It's like swimming midway. It will eventually end up on top, and it's just gonna swim on top. Sometimes it will stay like that or fall down, and a new kombucha is gonna start creating on top. So you're gonna have that nice new scoby creating on top, not kombucha, I'm sorry, scoby. So I'm just gonna put paper towel over it and a little scrunchie so nothing's gonna get in there. And we're gonna leave it like that. Depending on the temperature that you have in your house, it should wait for you to be ready to ferment. Anywhere from, I'll say, from 5 to 7 days. You're gonna start smelling it. If it starts smelling a lot like vinegar, it's becoming strong, and you don't want it. You don't want that smell, that taste. So make sure that when you start smelling a little bit of vinegar, the kombucha is ready. And this is only the first brew. So now we're just gonna wait about 5 to 7 days for the first brew to complete. And then I'll post another video showing you, if you want, how to make a second brew, because the first brew is gonna taste almost like a tea, like a regular tea. The second brew is gonna taste more like a soda. It's really gonna you're gonna get the bubbles in the second brew. So we're just gonna put it in the corner. I always have my kombucha wait over here in the corner. I don't touch it, I don't stir it, I don't do anything with it. It's just sitting there, kind of like in a spot where I can see it, because the first time I was making my kombucha, I did forget about it. I put it somewhere in the corner of the kitchen, and then 2 weeks later, I'm like, I was making kombucha. So it's here now. I remember. I also put in my calendar in my phone when I begun making it, just so I know when 5 days hits. I want to smell it. I want to make sure, you know, it's not too vinegary. And then either leave it for longer or take it out and prepare the second brew. All right, hopefully I answered all your questions. Sorry about all the spillage. I'm not great at transferring from the pot to this jar, but I'm working on it. All right, enjoy your day. Bye.